Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Jeff. Today we are reacting to Soojin, formerly of G-Idol, hopefully future G-Idol return, fingers crossed, at least from my perspective. But anyway, we're reacting to Soojin as her soloist career's first comeback. So she had her debut with Agassi, and we reacted to that a few months back. So now we've got the comeback Mona Lisa. I really enjoyed Agassi, so looking forward to this one. Let's check it out. Looking stunning as always. Fun little bounce. Absolutely stunning. Choreo, outfits. She is such a good performer. Okay. Well. So, a couple of quick things. I couldn't take my eyes off of her. I mean, from the choreo to the different outfits to the visual transitions to, of course, her absolutely otherworldly beauty. Like, this was top notch. Now, why is this song called Mona Lisa? It's not obviously just because she repeats the words Mona Lisa a lot. So if you don't know the painting, the Mona Lisa, there's nothing I'm going to say that's going to make sense to you. Just go Google it. But obviously, most of us know the Mona Lisa as one of, if not the most famous painting in the world. But what makes it special, one of the things that makes it special, is that the woman in the painting, it's considered a beautiful painting of a beautiful woman, but the woman in the painting isn't like exceptionally beautiful, but it's the way her gaze is painted that draws you in, and her like slight smile is almost more of a tiny smirk. It's not even like a real smile. But she like the painting draws you in, and make because of the gaze you focus there first, and then you start to branch out and like look at other areas of the painting. And I think she's talking about that quality of being drawn in and seduced by her gaze here. I'll go back and we'll point a couple of things out, but yeah, that's what I'm gathering here. A song of seduction, essentially. So she's already right out of the gate. Obviously, she mentions the painting as your point of reference, and then you read my eyes, just like I mentioned. Like, you're generally the first thing you focus on when you look at the Mona Lisa is the gaze of the woman in the painting. She's on her little throne here. Pouring light, seduction with my subtle fascination. So, pouring light, we'll come back to that because in this moment, it doesn't really make sense to me there. But the seduction with her subtle fascination, with her gaze, and this, if you notice throughout the video, she is almost, it may actually be never, but at least almost never looking away from the camera. She's at least 95% of this video, she's looking directly at us in the camera, like drawing you into her gaze. Loco meaning crazy. And then she's like, in case you didn't know what loco meant, I'm just going to tell you, you're going to go crazy. All right, cool. But again, staring at us beautifully in, like, directly into our souls here. But it's like that in every frame pretty much. Okay, this one doesn't count because the camera's not at her face. But every time the camera's looking directly at her, unless she has like a very subtle like glance away and then back at the camera, boom, right at the camera. Camera, straight into the eyeball. This is off-centered but still camera, right in the camera. Like, yeah, she wants you to be pulled into her the same way that you're pulled into that painting. Use it. I usually like when the camera transitions to a new scene through the eye, because it almost always represents like exploring someone's inner thoughts or inner mind or their soul. And in this case, you see like we've gone into more of this dreamscape once we went through the lens of her eye. You're lost in my charm. Obviously, that's seduction factor. That scene right there might be the only one where she's not looking directly at the camera. Because even that one where I mentioned like off-center but still camera was almost more of because that's the transition and then she goes to the camera. We stay not looking at the camera in this one. But it's convenient that the line here that goes with that is you close your eyes to hide from the blinding light. She's not closing her eyes, but she's not looking directly at it. Because if you look directly at a bright light, it can be blinding. It can obscure other details. I've mentioned this in other videos. It was actually a tactic in war. I mentioned a story where I was at a friend's wedding and all that stuff. I'm not going to go into those stories here. But, yeah, so you can... There's two ways to avoid being blinded by light. You can either close your eyes or you can look away from it. In this case, she's looking away, but she's essentially saying, like, you're going to be drawn into her, but it's like this blinding, beautiful light, too. That once you're captivated by it, you're not going to be able to see anything else. Get it, Soojin. Yes, queen. Okay, 2 scenes where she's not looking directly in the camera. And then let's see what's she saying here. The scents from the petals, like flowers, pass by like smoke. So obviously, smoke has a scent usually of whatever's burning, but we think of aromas. If you could visualize them, they would be like a smoke or a vapor. And also that same concept, but trying to give you a different image here. So like you can't catch smoke, but also like sand, if you try to grab it, the harder you grab the sand, the more it slips through your hands and you're left with nothing. So it's like, it's almost like you can be captivated by me, but you can't touch me. You can't have me. I'm strange, you never know me, like a mirage. So most of us are familiar with the concept of a mirage. Mirage is usually a trick that's being played on your mind, whether it be because of heat or exhaustion or whatever. But you frequently see mirages when you think about the desert imagery, and someone's delirious from the heat and thirst, and maybe it's like you see what you want to see almost, and once you think that that's a real thing, it's gone. Think of trying to find water, and oh, like there's this body of water I'm gonna finally get to drink, and you get over there, and it turns out it was a mirage. It was fake. There was no water there. I like this scene, one, because it goes back to that mirage because this is the fake image of her, and she talks about the frame blurs and the image is being slightly distorted in the water. But the other reason I like this image is because she did this exact pose with the reflection in Agassi, so it kind of ties that together. Okay, so I don't know why these 2 words are capitalized. Is the name of this album Devour Hour or something? I don't know. Imagine. I just know about this song's name, but if the whole comeback is called Devour Hour, that would make sense. But yeah, so like the sea that swallows the waves. Obviously, waves can come up at any time, but they're insignificant in the context of the entire ocean. The sea will always reclaim the wave. I'll devour you. Like, she's gonna eat, basically. But also, she's going to consume you with her presence. You can run, but you can't hide. There's that blinding light image made manifest. Just non-stop camera focus. Dance break. Nice, powerful, sharp choreo here. Honestly, that dance break choreo at the end is one of the rare times for a soloist. Like, a lot of times soloists will surround themselves with backup dancers to accentuate their own dance, but to also make the stage look more full. But honestly, by this point in the video, maybe in a live performance I would do that, but by this point in the video, she has truly captivated you. If you've been watching the video all the way through to the end and you've been paying attention to her, she's captivated you enough by the end, and her dance is sharp enough at the end on her own that I honestly think either just dancing by herself or with far fewer backup dancers would be a more effective scene there at the end. Uh, Also, because I think that would tie more into the me being the only one that you can see type of theme that we've got for the rest of the song. Other than that little detail, I really enjoyed this. Excuse me. So that's reaction for Soojin with Mona Lisa. A lot of fun. Um, Absolutely stunning visuals from beginning to end. This is one of those songs, I talk about this a lot, that definitely benefits from the video though. Because without the video, the song is kind of repetitive, doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, it does, but eh. But with the video, it's immaculate. And honestly, I will now probably listen to the song more because I've seen the video than I would have if I hadn't seen it. So yeah, I'm curious if you guys feel the same way, because once I've seen the video, later on, if I'm hearing the song, like I can picture what I saw from the video. If I didn't have that imagery though, I'm not sure that this song would hit the same for me. But real quick, in case you missed the announcements on the anniversary video, we've got a Patreon. Feel free to check that out. In the description below, there's a link. There's free and paid content there. There's a link to the spreadsheet where there are requests, the request queue for the channel. I'm not a request channel, but I obviously do some of your requests, and you'll be able to see where you are in that list at all times if you've made one or if you want to make one. Also, there's a PayPal link if you want to sponsor a request and jump to the top of the line. So feel free to check all that stuff out. Thank you for watching this one with me, and take care, everybody. I'll catch you for the next one.